It is tea o'clock for me, and today I am sampling Adagio's Brigadoon breakfast. This is only available on leap days, so only once every 4 years. It is inspired by the story Brigadoon, which I have never seen, but I looked it up on Wikipedia, and it is about two American travelers who stumble upon the town of Brigadoon in Scotland that only appears once every 100 years, but, you know, having a tea available once only 100 years would not be a good business plan. So once every 4 years is plenty. I've never ordered this before, and it's a really pretty tea. So this is, it is Assam and Kimun tea and silver needle, which is a white tea, and cornflower. So it's inspired by the Scottish flag. It is very pretty to look at. The dry leaves, I'm mostly getting the black tea notes. The silver needle's coming through a little bit. It is a very pretty silver needle. You got some really nice bud tips right there. I'm excited to drink it. And for my snack, I made these barley flour peanut butter cookies from Josh McFadden's Grains for Every Season. I really love both of Josh McFadden's cookbooks. It's inspired a lot of the work I'm doing on my Culinary Saijiki project, which I am diving into putting that manuscript together in earnest. Barley flour, not easy to find in St. Louis, so big thanks to John, who has a grain mill that is still attached to my kitchen island. And I was gonna do it myself, but I did his taxes, right? So, I had plenty of dried barley, and so he went and ground barley flour for me on Tuesday. So mad props to him. Without it, I would not be making these cookies. This tea smells delightful. The Assam is coming through the strongest, followed by the Kimun. I'm not getting the white tea as much on the scent, but that's okay. Not the end of the world, because how it smells and how it tastes they don't always line up exactly. Cornflower doesn't necessarily give off much of a scent. I can usually taste it pretty well, but it doesn't have necessarily a super strong odor. Ah, okay, that's really good. And I almost didn't buy this because I'm just like, oh, you're doing this like once every 4 years thing. That's kind of a gimmick. But I gave them my money anyway because I was curious. And I'm glad I tried it. The white tea definitely does come through on the infusion. So silver needle tends to be more on the peachy side, and I'm not getting that fruitiness so much when it's blended with these two other black teas. But it's giving it like a sort of a honeyed quality. So the sweetness is there, but it's less fruity, maybe a little more malty, which I think is the Assam a bit as well. All right. Barley flour cookie. Oh man, it is just like aggressive peanut butter, and I love it so much. I love it so much. These work pretty well together. There's not quite as much contrast as I would like. I wanted to be really contrasty. I might have gone for a straight up Scottish, English, or Irish breakfast tea. Just a real aggressive black tea. Here, the silver needle definitely, and the cornflower a little bit too, cuts that assertiveness. And this is already just, it's really good, but it is so sweet. The barley flour, we didn't get it as coarsely ground as like some super refined flour, because we're using like a hand pump grain mill. I say we, John. So there's a lot more texture than if I was using a industrial flour, and barley is nuttier, and that is definitely balancing out the sweetness. So nice all around, but I think in the future, if I'm having these, I'm going to go with just a straight up black tea no additives, as black as I can get it. Because this is also very rich because there's peanut butter and Reese's Pieces. But all right, well, it is really nice out, so I'm hoping to get out of the house a little bit at some point today. Not sure what I'm going to do, but that would be nice, and I hope you have a nice rest of your weekend.